Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well. We've played our pre-season friendly against Tottenham, and what a sight that was, eh? What a sight. I mean, yes, didn't win in the end, although there is a certain factor that we need to discuss in relation to the result, but apart from that, everything else was superb. The first half was sublime up until we made all the substitutions, and then yes, we went a bit flat, but that first half was fantastic. We had the Champions League trophy before the game being shown to the fans. Azpilicueta coming out on the pitch with the trophy. That was nice. It was nice to see everyone again back at the bridge. The stadium was pretty much full except for the Matthew Harding lower, which is having some renovation and some safe standing being installed, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen with the rails that were on the, well, just in front of each row of all the seats. So yeah, very positive things to look back on. But tonight, first half, more of the story. First half, flawless. Second half, you can understand why we call that our C team. Basically. Let's get into it. We started off, and I'm going to read these names out. After I am done with the Tottenham thing, I'm going to give you a Lukaku update as well, because as I gave you my video earlier on, which you can check out right here if you haven't seen it already, more news came out. I'm just not lucky. I put a video out 2 minutes later, we get an update. So I'm going to fill you in with the cliff notes at the end of this. But let's start off. We started off the game with Edouard Mendy, a back three of Kurt Zouma, Rudiger and Trevor Chalobah. At centre-back, we had Marcos Alonso, Hudson-Odoi, Kante and Kovacic as our midfield four. We had Ziyech, Werner and Kai Havertz up top. And honestly, this first half, was just incredible. Incredible in every sense of the word. We looked sharp. We were moving the ball quick. Everyone looked fit. Two names in particular. Two names. Kante, Ziyech. I want to say 15 out of 10 performance. They were unbelievable. Ziyech with the first goal, managing to take the ball in the midfield, run with it, and just hit it into the bottom corner, beating the defence and the goalkeeper. Fantastic finish, absolutely sublime. And we saw that performance from N'Golo Kante as well, which was just phenomenal. He was running like he had not had a holiday. Literally, Kante, for me, I don't understand where this energy comes from. This is meant to be pre-season. He's meant to have had a little holiday after the Euros. He's had a long season last season. He's come back this time, and he's looking like he hasn't had a holiday. He's looking like he's running at 250 mile an hour, and he doesn't stop. Where does he get this from? I don't know, but N'Golo Kante, absolutely fantastic. And the way he just managed to put Dele Alli in his pocket, honestly, borderline abuse, if I'm being honest. Just played absolute fiddle with the Tottenham midfield, was moving so casually and just gliding pretty much, and nutmegs after nutmegs, and it's just, yeah, N'Golo Kante, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So I'm very, very much looking forward to seeing what he's going to do in the season, hopefully injury-free. Ziyech scored the second goal, which was a fantastic move. We were literally... The combinations that we had were phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And crazily enough, this came in the second half where we had the involvement of Bakayoko. So basically, let me go through the substitutions. We had that first half, as I already mentioned. And to be honest, if I just backtrack a little bit, I want to pinpoint Timo Werner. His movement was very, very good. Finishing a little bit, except for the one goal that he did actually score, and that was onside. Why that was given offside, I don't know. He was onside, went round the keeper, fantastic finish. But apart from that, fantastic. Kai Havertz, again, just the way he glides, absolutely phenomenal. Marcos Alonso, I was actually quite impressed with. Hudson-Odoi, fantastic energy. The back line looked better than they did in the Arsenal game, or the first half of the Arsenal game. Rudiger looked a little bit more composed. He was tackling, getting the ball out very, very efficiently. Trevor Chalobah, Kurt Zouma were great as well. We went into the second half, we brought on Bakayoko, Pulisic, and then later on we made more subs. But just with Bakayoko and Pulisic coming on for Hudson-Odoi and N'Golo Kante, we had the move to the second goal, which again involved Marcos Alonso, Bakayoko, Pulisic, if I'm not mistaken, but fantastic combinations literally throughout the midfield. Manages to cut the ball across Marcos Alonso. He gets the ball back into the box. Ziyech manages to tap it on his left and then puts it into the bottom corner. It's 2-0, and at this point I honestly thought we're going to win this. We're going to win this. But then we made some substitutions, and everything changed. I mean, to be honest, before the substitutions, Lucas Moura did score, and that was 2-1. Deflection, you could say lucky, but look, they did what they had to do. They got the ball in the net, fair play to them. But Edouard Mendy, as well as Malang Sarr, was it Malang Sarr? No, Malang Sarr was the second goal. Mendy and just the back line in general needed to do a bit better. For the second goal, Malang Sarr should have really done a bit better there. But anyway, talking about Malang Sarr, we had the substitutions of Timo Werner off, Malang Sarr on, Zappacosta on for Ziyech, Ampadu on for Alonso, Angerin on for Havertz, Loftus-Cheek on for Kovacic, Kennedy on for Zuma, Tammy Abraham on for Rudiger, Miazga on for Chalobah. We literally have players here that we know are going to be leaving the club. Let's have it right. So if I'm having to look at this list, Bakayoko definitely won't be staying. I don't think anyway. Malang Sarr won't be staying. Zappacosta won't be staying. Ampadu, probably another loan. I don't think he'll be staying. Angerin, possibly a loan. Loftus-Cheek, don't know. Question mark. Kennedy, I think he's going on loan again, if I'm being honest, or I don't think he's going to stick around. Tammy Abraham going on a loan. Miazga, forgot he even still plays for Chelsea. So that is when Tottenham eventually came back into the game. And when you look at Tottenham's team, let's just put this into perspective, because once we brought on and changed the entire team to RC team, they had pretty much the same team. Golini in goal, Dyer, Tanganga, Skip, Dele Alli, Moura and Son all played 90 minutes. They brought on Harry Winks, they brought on Ben Davis, Aurier and Scarlett to replace Bergwijn, Reguilon, Højbjerg and Doherty. It's a strong team. For Spurs' standard, it's a strong team. So they got the second goal, and as I said, very clumsy. But apart from that, yes, the couple of chances we allowed Tottenham to come into the second half, inexperienced, levels are not quite there. It's not like the team we had in the first half. But Tottenham had a little bit more of the ball, a little bit more freedom. We, at times, were a little bit naive, at times a little bit flat. There wasn't much cohesion. These are players that don't play together. It was obvious, and yeah, it was just one of those things. It's one of those things where in the second half we went flat. We allowed them to come back into the game. We had players on that just don't play together, and the levels are just not high. You can understand why this is our C team, and these are players that are on loan, not in contention to be in the first team squad. They had a good run out though, and fair play to them because it's pre-season and this is what it's for. It's for fitness, it's for levels, it's to try and get yourselves up to a standard. But one thing that we have certain is the team we saw in the first half involving the first teamers, involving the players that are in the first team squad. They all look sharp, they all look flawless, they all look good, they all look fit. So I'm very, very happy with the way that this game has gone. And even with our C team on the pitch in the second half, Tottenham couldn't score a third. I'm just saying. To be honest, we couldn't score a third either, so you could always even it out. But at least that's our C team. If I'm looking at Spurs very, very briefly, the first half especially, I don't want to say I'm disappointed in them because I'm not a Spurs fan, but they looked basic. They looked very basic, very basic. Didn't do much at all, and it had to take Chelsea to make all those substitutions for them to even have a sniff back into the game. I don't know what it's going to do for Tottenham's season. I have to say, tactically, there's not much difference. I think we can all say we predicted that. Going from Jose to Nuno, that's like going from, I don't know, almond milk to soya milk. You know, it's not milk, it's still milk. Do you know what I mean? It's not cow's milk, but it's still milk. You know what I mean? That analogy went left, but it's just the same stuff, and I don't really see how they're going to cause much of a threat, especially without Harry Kane. So we'll see what goes on there. But that's my honest thoughts on Tottenham. They're going to need a bit of a miracle to start off the season, flying. But in terms of the latest, we move on from the game. Good pre-season match that was. Now we look forward. Obviously, we have the Super Cup to think about now. It's currently the 4th. That game is on the 11th. Not long to go. So we have to go to Belfast and play Villarreal. But in the meantime, let's fill you in with what went down after I gave you guys the videos. After I gave you guys the video earlier on. Check this out. So in recent days, Romelu Lukaku has told Inter Milan he wants to accept Chelsea's offer to return to Stamford Bridge. Inter have now told their directors to maximise his sale. That came from Di Marzio himself. So it doesn't get better than that in terms of this story. He's been the #1 source. Fabrizio Romano Immediately after that, came out with Chelsea are getting confident to sign Lukaku soon. Direct talks with Inter. New official bid coming. 12 million euros in the net per season, plus add-ons offered to Romelu, who's open to rejoin Chelsea. Inter are considering Duvan Zapata as a replacement, and Atalanta will go for Tammy Abraham. So that's the merry-go-round that we're going to get from this. Lukaku moving to Chelsea, Zapata going to Inter, Tammy going to Atalanta. That's the merry-go-round, just like we had with, if I forgot, Aubameyang, Batshuayi, and who else was it? But that year was hilarious. We're getting a merry-go-round, and it's a good thing, because it means Tammy gets to go on loan, play his football, first-team development, fantastic. Lukaku comes to Chelsea, it's happening. 12 million euros a year, net, which equates to £196,000 net. So that's what he's getting after tax, which is a flipping good salary. So, you know, fair play. So if you hear any figure, it's probably including tax. Without tax, net is 196k a week. It's fantastic. Fantastic. When you consider what Erling Haaland would have been on, you're talking 300-400 grand a week, because that is definitely what the consequence would have been. Financially, this has turned out to be a better deal, but we're hopefully going to have a striker that's going to be pumping in the goals. One thing to learn from tonight, did you see the amount of chances we created? Now, can you imagine Lukaku at the front of that? I'm getting excited just thinking about it. It's crazy. I can't wait. Lukaku, can't wait to see you back home. But anyway, that rounds off today's second video. I hope all of you have enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below in regards to Chelsea-Tottenham finishing 2-2. Good pre-season outing. And yeah, we look forward to the Super Cup. We look forward to getting down to serious business. And let's see if Lukaku can make it to Chelsea in time. Fingers crossed. It's tight, but fingers crossed. Let me know what you think. Thank you all so much. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one. See you then. Take care and peace.